At the beginning of the story, we see a 19-year-old boy named Alex being taken to prison in a police van for a theft case. Alex had been sentenced to 6 months in jail, but the prison he was being taken to was a huge challenge to survive in, because it was extremely dangerous and full of ruthless inmates who tortured anyone weaker and new. After arriving at the prison, Alex is thoroughly searched, and then security guards start taking him toward his cell. Along the way, every prisoner stares at him with wide, threatening eyes. Seeing this, Alex becomes very scared. Soon, the guards bring him to his cell, where there is already another inmate about Alex's age, who looks extremely frightened. Alex tries to talk to him, but the boy keeps his face toward the wall and doesn't respond at all. Alex can't understand what has happened to him or why he is so terrified. Somehow, Alex manages to get through his first night in the prison. The very next day, he finds out why the boy is always so sad. Alex sees 3 very dangerous prisoners taking that boy away with them. Every day, they force him to do horrible things against his will. That's why the boy always lives in fear. Seeing this, Alex becomes even more scared, because he is the same age as that boy, and, on top of that, they share the same cell. Now Alex starts fearing that those men might do the same thing to him, but when those 3 inmates are taking the boy upstairs, Alex notices a very tall and strong prisoner passing by them. As soon as they see him, the 3 men get scared and quickly make way for him. That big inmate goes and sits next to a prisoner named Brandon. From this, Alex understands that Brandon is the one everyone in this prison fears. Alex realizes that if he wants to survive here, he needs to be on Brandon's side. At that time, Brandon is playing chess with his friends. Alex walks up to him and says, "You're going to lose because you're playing the wrong move." Hearing this, Brandon gets angry and says, "Come on, beat me if you can." Alex steps in and defeats Brandon in just one move. Brandon is shocked and very impressed by Alex's intelligence. Later, when Alex returns to his cell, he sees that his cellmate is sharpening a knife. Alex asks him why he's doing that. The boy says, "I'm sick of what those men do to me every day. So next time they come, I'll kill them." Seeing this, Alex feels pity for him. The next day, when those 3 prisoners come again to take the boy, Alex acts wisely and starts fighting with the boy on purpose. He does this so the security guards will come, and the boy can be saved from those men. And that's exactly what happens. Seeing them fight, the guards arrive, grab both of them, and lock them in another cell. Because of Alex's clever move, the boy is saved, and the 3 prisoners have to leave empty-handed. Brandon sees all this and becomes even more impressed by Alex. A few days later, Alex is released from that cell. Brandon comes to him and warns, "There are many dangerous people in this prison. First, you have to take care of yourself. Only then think about others. And don't pick unnecessary fights with anyone here or you'll get killed." Sometime later, Alex sees that the same 3 prisoners are again harassing that boy and taking him away to abuse him. Tired of suffering every day, the boy returns to his cell and cuts his own throat. Alex screams and calls the guards, but because he loses too much blood, the boy dies before they arrive. The guards take his body away. Seeing this, Alex becomes extremely frightened. The next day, those prisoners start targeting Alex. He manages to escape from them and run back to his cell. As soon as he gets there, he sharpens his toothbrush to make a weapon, so that when they come for him, he can attack them. After some time, when Alex goes to the bathroom, the 3 inmates find him alone and go after him. Just as they are about to catch him, Brandon arrives. He saves Alex from them and takes him to his room. Seeing Brandon, the 3 men are forced to leave. Brandon tells Alex, "You can't escape from those guys, and you can't kill them with a toothbrush, but I can protect you. As long as you're here and I'm around, no one will even touch you. But in return, you'll have to do one thing for me. I'm planning to escape from here, and you can help me do it." Brandon tells Alex, "A few months after you get out of here, you'll have to finish one unfinished job for me." After that, Brandon explains his entire escape plan to Alex. The plan Brandon shares is extremely risky, so Alex starts wondering whether he should agree or not. Then Brandon says, "I saved you today, but I can't protect you every single day. If you agree to help me, I guarantee that no one in this prison will ever come near you." Hearing this, Alex decides to accept Brandon's deal. The very next day, those same inmates go after Alex again and catch him in the bathroom. They are about to assault him when Brandon arrives there with his men and starts beating them. Then Brandon warns their leader, "If you value your life, "Stay away from Alex from today on." But that inmate dares to stare Brandon down. Seeing this, Brandon gets furious and tells his men, "Kill him." Brandon's men grab that prisoner and throw him down from the roof. He dies on the spot from the fall. After seeing this, all the inmates are terrified, and from that day on, no one dares to come near Alex. Time passes, and finally the day arrives when Alex is released from prison. As soon as he gets out, Alex follows Brandon's instructions and goes to a gangster named Mark. He hands Mark a letter written by Brandon. After reading it, Mark gives Alex a suitcase and a key to a house. Mark also sends one of his men with Alex, whose name is Josh. Josh doesn't like Alex at all. When Alex reaches the house, he finds it extremely luxurious, built right by the sea. Then he opens the suitcase Mark gave him. Inside, Alex finds a cell phone, several passports belonging to Brandon, and also a gun. While Alex is looking at all this, there is a knock at the door. When he opens it, a girl named Natasha is standing there. She comes in and hands Alex some money and another cell phone. Seeing this, Alex asks why he needs it. Natasha says, "What you have to do next will be told to you through this phone." After saying that, she leaves. The next day, Alex goes to meet a man as planned. The man shows Alex many dangerous weapons, which leaves Alex shocked. Then he takes Alex to an open field, hands him a gun, and trains him how to shoot. After learning to use weapons, Alex goes to a private airline tour company, according to Brandon's plan, and books a helicopter ride over the city. Alex puts his bag inside the helicopter. The pilot assumes it's just Alex's luggage and doesn't check it. When the helicopter reaches a high altitude, Alex pulls out weapons from the bag, points one at the pilot, and orders him to fly where he says. In fact, Alex wants him to go toward the prison where Brandon is being held. Meanwhile, Brandon has already been informed that Alex is coming to pick him up by helicopter, so he starts preparing. According to the plan, Brandon starts a fight with one of his own men. Seeing this, a guard comes to stop them. But Brandon suddenly holds a knife to the guard's throat and takes him toward the door, ordering another guard to open it. Brandon threatens, "If you don't open the door, I'll kill him." To save his colleague, the guard opens the door. Just a short while after they get outside the prison, Alex arrives there in the helicopter and starts firing at the guards. Taking advantage of the chaos, Brandon and his men board the helicopter and also start firing back at the guards. Very quickly, they fly far away. After going some distance, they land the helicopter, change their clothes, get into a car, and drive away. Then they go straight to Mark. Mark is very happy to see Brandon free, and he tells him about a huge heist they are planning, stealing gold from a gold mine. Mark says, "If we succeed, we'll never have to steal again in our lives." After that, they all start planning the robbery. Later, Alex sees Natasha outside near the swimming pool. He walks up to her and starts talking. But Josh, who already hates Alex and also likes Natasha, doesn't like seeing Alex getting close to her. So he pushes Alex into the pool. Alex can't swim, so he starts drowning. Natasha notices Alex struggling in the water and immediately jumps in to save him. Everyone standing there starts laughing at Alex because even at his age, he doesn't know how to swim. Seeing this, Alex feels very bad and humiliated. And then he walks away. Alex is walking down the street when suddenly Natasha pulls up behind him in a luxury car, stops, and invites him inside. She takes Alex to a restaurant, orders food, and the two of them start talking a lot. Alex begins to like Natasha. Natasha asks Alex, "You seem like such a decent guy. So how did you get mixed with people like them?" Alex replies, "I may look innocent, but don't make the mistake of thinking I really am." Then Alex asks her, "Forget about me. You tell me, how did you get stuck with these people?" Natasha says, "I'm an immigrant. I need money badly. After this last heist, I'll leave this country for good." That night, when Alex returns home, Brandon gets very angry at him and says, "Next time, don't go anywhere without telling me." He also tells Alex to stay away from Natasha because she's distracting him. After that, Brandon takes Alex to the gold mine they are planning to rob. When they reach there, Brandon says, "This is the place where we're going to pull the job." Pointing to a building, he tells Alex, "You'll go inside that building and make sure no one can hit the emergency alarm." Then Brandon goes to one of his old friends, who is a race car driver, and brings him into the team so they can escape quickly after the robbery. Now the entire team is ready, and Brandon explains the plan to everyone using a map. Just then, Josh, the same guy who pushed Alex into the pool, starts teasing Alex again. This time Alex gets really angry, and the two of them start fighting. Brandon steps in, breaks it up, and tells Alex, "Go outside and get some fresh air." Alex leaves and goes to a bar where Natasha is also present. Alex sees a few men harassing Natasha. This makes Alex furious, so he walks over, pulls out his gun, and scares them away. Natasha is very impressed by Alex and takes him to the beach. There, Natasha takes off her clothes and goes into the sea for a swim. She invites Alex to join her, but Alex says, "I can't swim, and I'm really scared of water." Natasha encourages him and says, "If you truly love me, come to me." Gathering his courage, Alex goes to her. The two of them grow very close and start kissing each other. Before leaving, Natasha gives Alex her necklace and says, "This will bring you good luck." She also tells him, "I don't want to lose you on this mission." Alex replies, "Nothing will happen to me. After we finish this job, we'll go far away from here together." Finally, the day of the heist arrives. Everyone starts preparing and puts on security guard uniforms, so the real guards will think they are workers, and that's exactly what happens. When they reach the site, they show fake ID cards to the guards and are allowed inside. Once inside, Brandon tells Alex, "Go through the ventilation shaft to the control room, disable all the CCTV cameras, and then open all the doors." Alex follows his instructions, crawls through the vents, and disables the cameras. Then Alex jumps into the control room wearing a monkey mask, points his gun at a worker, and orders him to open the outside door. As soon as the door opens, Brandon and the rest of his men rush in. They immediately gather all the guards and workers and make them sit in a corner. Brandon tells them, "We won't hurt you. We only want the gold. Once we get it, we'll leave." Then Brandon tells Josh, "I'm going to melt the gold. You stay here and keep an eye on them." But Josh, who is actually Mark's man and not really loyal to Brandon, gets angry at being ordered around. In rage, he shoots one of the workers in the leg. When Brandon asks why he did that, Josh says, "I just did it for fun." Hearing this, Brandon becomes furious and smashes Josh hard in the face with the butt of his gun, knocking him badly injured to the ground. After that, Brandon puts another worker to work melting the gold. After some time, the worker makes 3 large gold plates. They cool them down and pack them into bags. Just as they are about to leave, they find out that the police have surrounded the place from all sides. Everyone panics, thinking they're about to be caught. But Brandon stays calm and tells his men to put the worker uniforms back on. Now they grab a few workers and walk out with them. Seeing this, the police can't tell who is a worker and who is a robber, and just then Brandon and his men start firing at the police. A few moments later, Brandon's sports car racer friend arrives at full speed in his car. One by one, they all jump in and take off, but the police are not going to let them escape so easily. The cops start shooting at them, and one of the bullets hits Brandon's friend. He dies, but the car keeps moving as they are still being chased. Even then, Brandon's friend shows his incredible driving skills and manages to knock the police vans out of the way. Finally, they get far enough to lose them. They hide their car inside a truck and have that truck taken to a safe place where Mark is already waiting for them. There, Brandon hands all the gold over to Mark, because selling the gold was Mark's job. Mark was supposed to sell it and split the money equally among everyone. But after getting the gold, Mark starts acting very strangely. He gets angry at Brandon and asks, "Why did you beat up Josh?" Brandon replies, "We were supposed to do the whole job quietly and smoothly. But Josh fired a gun, and that's how the police got alerted." Hearing this, Mark says nothing. He silently takes the gold and leaves. On the other hand, Natasha is waiting for Alex. She packs her things and gets ready to flee the city. Suddenly, there's a knock at her door, and one of Mark's men enters her house. He tells her, "I know you're trying to run away. Mark knows it too, and he sent me to kill you." Saying this, the man attacks Natasha. He's about to kill her, but Natasha somehow manages to break free and escape. She immediately calls Alex and tells him, "Mark has betrayed all of us. He's keeping all the gold for himself and wants to kill everyone. And be warned, the police will come to your house very soon to arrest you, so no matter what, do not go back home." Alex passes this information to Brandon right away. Brandon then stops his car some distance away from his house. Moments later, they see police cars pull up outside Brandon's place and surround it from all sides. Thanks to Natasha's warning, they stop before reaching home and avoid getting caught. After that, Brandon calls Mark and asks why he did all this, but Mark refuses to even acknowledge him. He says, "All the gold is with me now. You can't do anything to me." Hearing this, Brandon becomes furious. Then they go to Natasha, where they start thinking about how to take back their share of the gold from Mark. Brandon realizes where Mark is going to make the deal for the gold, so they make a plan to go to that very place and steal the gold back from him. But for this, they need money. Then Brandon takes Alex to a cemetery. Near one of the graves, he digs a hole and pulls out a bag full of cash. He says, "We'll use this money to go to Melbourne, because that's where Mark will sell the gold." After that, the three of them leave for Melbourne. When they reach Melbourne, they stop at a bar. There, they see their own photos on TV and the news. The news shows their pictures for the gold robbery. But Brandon wonders Josh was also with us during the heist. Why isn't his photo on the news? From this, Brandon understands that this is all Mark's doing. Brandon then calls a man, pays him some money, and gets Mark's location traced. After this, we see Natasha bringing food from outside for both of them, but she has no idea that a man is following her. When she enters the room, she overhears Brandon and Alex talking. Brandon tells Alex, "You should keep your distance from Natasha. Because of her, you're losing focus on the job. Give her some money and push her away." Hearing all this, Natasha gets upset and walks away. Alex notices her leaving and immediately runs after her. Natasha thinks that the two of them are planning to betray her, but Alex catches up to her from behind and explains, "What you heard isn't true. I have no such intention. I'll stay with you till my last breath." On the other hand, we are shown Brandon at the hotel. The same man who is following Natasha enters the hotel room, points a gun at Brandon and says, "Mark sent me to kill you." Brandon replies, "Whatever Mark is paying you to kill me, I'll pay you double, so work with me instead." Brandon then explains his entire plan to steal the gold from Mark. Greedy for the gold, the man agrees and gives Brandon the location where Mark is going to make the deal. The next day, they go to that place. But Mark doesn't come himself. Instead, he sends George in his place. Brandon attacks them after a long gunfight. They kill George's men and capture Josh alive. They take Josh back to their hideout and question him about the gold, but Josh refuses to tell them anything. So they brutally beat him, but he still won't talk. After that, Brandon locks him in a freezer for 1 hour. After an hour in the freezer, Josh's arrogance is completely gone, and he finally tells them the location of the gold. As soon as they find out where the gold is, they take it into their possession. But they know that after this, Mark won't spare them. So Brandon and Alex go straight to Mark. Brandon points his gun at him. Mark panics when he sees them. Before Mark can shoot them, Brandon riddles him with bullets and kills him. After killing Mark, Brandon and Alex stay at a hotel. Brandon hides the suitcase full of gold under his bed. Now they realize that the police must be searching for them everywhere, so they decide to leave the city by boat. While they are on the way, Brandon suddenly points his gun at Alex and orders him to get off the boat. He says, "I've got the gold now. I don't need you anymore." But Alex smiles and says, "What gold? Have you even checked the suitcase to see if there's actually gold in it?" Hearing this, Brandon rushes to the boat's cabin and opens the suitcase. He finds iron plates inside instead of gold. Enraged, Brandon comes back, points the gun at Alex and demands, "How did you do this?" Alex tells him, "Natasha and I did this together. When we went to kill Mark, I gave Natasha the key to the room. She took the suitcase from under your bed, kept the gold with herself, and replaced it with iron plates." Then Alex hands Brandon a phone. Natasha is on the line and says, "If you hurt Alex even a little, I'll inform the police and you'll be caught right there." Furious after hearing this, Brandon pushes Alex into the water with him. But then he realizes that Alex can't swim, so he pulls Alex back out and brings him onto the boat. Brandon says, "You already have all the gold. You could have run away with everything if you wanted. But you didn't." "Why?" Alex replies, "You helped me a lot. I didn't want to betray you. You'll get your share." Alex promises Brandon his share of the gold. leaves him there, and rides a small boat back to shore. Then he goes straight to Natasha. They hug each other tightly. On the other hand, we see Brandon going to a laundromat to wash his clothes. There, a woman notices Brandon's photo in a newspaper. She realizes the police are searching for him in the gold robbery case. She immediately calls the police and gives them Brandon's location. Soon after, the police arrive, arrest Brandon, and send him back to prison. A few days later, Brandon receives a letter. In it, Alex writes, "I've buried your share of the gold in the same graveyard." Along with the letter, he also sends a photo of Natasha, who is pregnant. This tells us that Alex and Natasha are now a couple and starting a new life together. Seeing this, Brandon smiles. And with that, the story comes to an end. If you like this video, don't forget to subscribe to our channel and like the video.